More strong storms are expected today across South Florida, and that's why we have declared this a WPBF 25 First Warning Weather Day to help keep you safe. Good afternoon. I'm Tiffany Kenny, and you see behind me more of this incredible video of flooding coming out of Broward and Miami-Dade counties. People are even using their kayaks to get around. The good news is that there are no reports of any serious injuries or deaths. Now, we have live team coverage in this newscast from Broward County. Our crews down south are standing by. Plus, First Warning meteorologist Vanessa Vanin has the just released hurricane forecast from Colorado State. But we start with First Warning meteorologist Sandra Shaw with a look at how much rain has fallen and what's to come this afternoon. Sandra?
Well, for us, the results have been measurable. Only about 3 inches of rain so far over the last few days. It's very windy. Down in Fort Lauderdale, we'll take a look at that in a minute. It was a once in a 1,000-year event, so we'll get to that. But we have a risk of severe weather this afternoon. So first things first, we are in the slight risk category for seeing some isolated severe storms, which would really be potentially tornadic cells, high wind gusts, downbursts, and torrential rain torrents coming down very fast. So that's the situation for later on this afternoon and tonight. Beyond that, we have current readings right now showing just a few showers and downpours right now near Juno Beach. We have a little cell that just moved through, is elevating. We have a southeast wind flow, so that's pushing all that action up to the north. Our temperatures are warmer than they have in the last several days. That will further destabilize the atmosphere. We have the low 80s here in the Palm Beaches, down into Boynton, 84 in Vero Beach. But your first warning day planner is showing the high potential for some storms starting at about 2, really flaring up, I think, from 4 until about 8 o'clock. So that's why we have that upside down red triangle that indicates the WPBF 25 First Warning Weather Day potential, with the riskiness, with the slight severe storm potential throughout the course of the afternoon. We talked about yesterday. So the rainfall totals over the last 24 hours, this is record setting. We're 25.91 inches down in Fort Lauderdale at the airport. The chances of that happening ever in a given year, 0.2%, and it all happened within about 6 hours. So I have this on our time lapse. You can see it just stayed trained over the same area. Almost 26 inches of rainfall in just 6 hours. That's an epic event.
Sandra, thank you. Right now, neighborhoods in Broward County are completely waterlogged. Classes canceled today across Broward County schools. Frustrated travelers stuck at their gates or even in their cars at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. FlightAware says more than 400 flights are canceled today out of Fort Lauderdale. And that's where we find our Stephen Graves this afternoon. And Stephen, we're learning the airport will stay closed for the day.
Tiffany, that's right. It's the information no one here wanted to hear. We're talking about a tweet that went out from the airport around 11 in this morning. And then I went inside and heard an announcement over the PA system that said, like you said, all flights, they're canceled for the rest of the day. You can see to my left here, the tarmac is dry. To my right, it has water, and that's the problem. It is filled with water as well as debris. That's what the airport is saying. So that is why the airport will stay closed until at least tomorrow at 5 in the morning. And I want to take you some new video we just got here. You can take a look at this flooding. This was recorded around 7 o'clock this morning. The video showing several stranded cars and flooded roadways and runways, I should say. Crews here at the airport will work today to reopen at least one runway by tomorrow morning. And right now I want to bring in our Caleb Califano because he has been here at the airport all morning. And Caleb, when we talk about people being affected, a lot of people are. What are they telling you about their stories?
Yeah, we just talked to a couple people who just found out the news that this is going to be closed until 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Obviously, a lot of frustration there. Many people now have been waiting 20 plus hours here at the airport, just really trying to figure everything out. I want to pull up some video just to show you what people are really just trying to do to pass the time. People have been blowing up air mattresses, have been sleeping in the middle of the baggage claim, really doing anything they can just to get by here at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. Now, we have been talking to people from all around the country and international as well. I've talked to people from Canada. I've talked to people from Jamaica. Everyone just trying to figure out what the next steps are. But one thing everyone has told me is when you're all in the same boat like this situation, you all have to work together. Here's what one woman had to say.
Everybody has just been amazing. I've looked at parents with children, and the children are just, they're making the best of it. Some are happy that they're not going to school, but you know, everyone has just been, the biggest challenge right now is finding an outlet to charge your phone.
Yeah, so a lot of people I talked to, they're trying to remain optimistic, but Stephen, let me tell you, they were pretty pessimistic at first. Seeing this water behind us, they knew
there's still a lot of drying out that needs to happen here. But you mentioned earlier the spirits are still high. People just trying to figure out what to do next. All right, thank you, Caleb, for giving us that side of the story. And when we talk about the flooding, it seems as though the airport is sort of the epicenter here, but we do know that the flooding is affecting all of Broward County, a lot of it at least. Let's go to our Josie Carbonari now. She continues our live team coverage. She is in Davie. Josie, tell us what you're seeing there.
Well, Stephen, what we're seeing is a lot of residents and businesses, local businesses, are completely flooded. People have been stuck in their area. They haven't been able to leave to work this morning, just like this one that you see here. Again, this is in Davie, about 5 Fort Lauderdale Airport. And then over at New River Cove Apartments in Davie, earlier we were out there and we saw crews from UES helping to rescue people and shuttling them back and forth. Management at the complex, they tell us in the 15 years they've been around, they've never seen anything like this. Residents here seeing water up to the door of their cars and unable to get to work this morning.
What we're doing this morning is like a rescue mission. This is really a mess. When you go in there, if you are able to get back out, you're gonna be lucky.
So I got a little one right now, and we just ran out of formula. So I'm just like, man, I gotta risk it.
Go back a little bit.
And we are seeing some of the water here beginning to recede, but it's still a concern for the residents here. They say with more rain on the way, they're worried about more flooding. Reporting from Davie, I'm Josie Carbonari, WPBF 25 News.
Josie, thank you for that. We appreciate it. Again, this is widespread happening across Broward County, so I do want to bring in our Angela Rozier now, who just got her feet on the ground in the county. Angela, what are you seeing from your point of view?
Well, you know, Stephen, we are also in Davie, but we're in the western portion of the city. This area earlier this morning was supposed to be a staging area for folks who were impacted by this storm, but as you look around me here, this area too dealing with flooding just west of I-595 and I-95. We've been seeing drivers pulling into this parking lot trying to navigate their way through all of this here today. And as we were driving down here along State Road 84, we saw several businesses also dealing with some heavy flooding. We saw water all the way up to the front doorways of some of those businesses, most of those businesses near the marina here in Fort Lauderdale. Now, we're also being told that that new staging area, there will be a new staging area set up at Holiday Park in Fort Lauderdale. That's about east of here, and also telling folks that they need assistance, they should show up to that place. We've also been told that some folks abandoned their cars last night or early this morning because of the flooding, and if they return to that location and didn't see their car, not to worry. The city had to move those cars to make room for the roadway. And they're saying that if you can't find your vehicle, you can always reach out to Westway Towing here in Broward County. Reporting live in Davie, Angela Rozier, WPBF 25 News.
Angela, thank you. You bring up a really good point there, how a lot of people will need help, especially when it comes to assistance with maybe blankets and their cars being stranded. I've seen that driving down here as well. Again, here at the airport, operations not expected to pick up until 5 in the morning. You can see behind me why. And we're, of course, going to keep you updated. Our coverage does not stop here. We'll be live on air, online, giving you the latest updates. For now, I'm live in Fort Lauderdale. Stephen Graves, back to you, Tiffany.
All right, Stephen, and to our crews, thank you for that reporting from Fort Lauderdale this afternoon. And while our team keeps an eye on severe thunderstorms possible today, we're also getting the first predictions for this year's hurricane season. First Warning meteorologist Vanessa Venant joining us now. And Vanessa, what did we learn from the forecast release?
Well, it's actually pretty interesting, Tiffany. And Colorado State University released their first Atlantic hurricane season earlier today, and they're predicting the first below average season since 2015, believe it or not.
Hear that, right?
I know, right? El Nino will likely develop during August through October. That will help decrease hurricane development because of vertical wind shear, but the ocean temperatures are running warmer than usual, meaning the chance for strong hurricanes will still be high. Here are the numbers. They are predicting 13 named storms, 6 hurricanes, and 2 becoming major hurricanes. Even though this season will be quiet, Colorado State still believes there is a high chance for a major hurricane making landfall in the U.S. this this year.
I mean, you just said it, Vanessa, too. They're predicting a, below average, but all it takes is one storm. Our first warning weather team will be monitoring these storms as they develop throughout the day. Make sure to download the WPBF 25 News app and turn on the breaking news alert so that every weather update is sent straight to you.